Gentleman from Connecticut is recognized for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I want to first of all thank Chairman Cummings and the ranking member for their help in moving this resolution forward. I particularly want to say thank you to Mr. Cummings, who's clearly, as someone who doesn't come from Connecticut, but someone who, because of the mission and the duties of his chairmanship, has taken an extraordinary interest in the Coast Guard Academy. He's been up to the Academy and addressed the student body in a event that was widely covered by the media, and I know Superintendent Burho and others really appreciate the, again, strong interest that he has in the Academy, and I want to thank, again, Mr. Duncan for his kind words as well. We are very proud of the Coast Guard Academy in Connecticut, and all you have to do is turn on the TV these days and you can see Admiral Thad Allen, the National Incident Commander at the Gulf of Mexico, showing extraordinary leadership skills, talent, both in terms of science and organization to get the best efforts to clean up the Gulf. The new Commandant of the Coast Guard Service, Admiral Papp, is a graduate of the Coast Guard Academy, as is Admiral Allen, and it is clear that the Academy has done a just outstanding job in terms of giving the graduates there the skills that they need in terms of science, math, maritime sciences, but as well just the leadership skills to make sure that this critical military branch gets the finest folks carrying out its mission every single day, whether it's interceding with drug runners coming into the U.S. or, again, leading the efforts down in the Gulf of Mexico to clean up the spill. Chairman Cummings described very eloquently the history of the Coast Guard Academy, the merger which took place in the 1930s and its present home in New London on the Thames River. I was driving by a couple days ago and saw the first-year cadets out there sweating in 100-degree heat doing calisthenics. They also are out on the Thames River learning sailing skills. The Eagle, which is the tall ship that our country is proud to display both at coastal cities up and down the east and west coast, but also in other parts of the world, is a training facility for Coast Guard cadets. And again, every single graduate over the last couple decades has had the experience of working on the Eagle, which again is a very proud symbol of our country and its great maritime history, but also its great maritime future. And what I would just say is, lastly, is that, again, partly because of Chairman Cummings' interest, you have seen, I think, recently an effort by the Coast Guard Academy to get much more involved in the community and the city of New London. It is a distressed city and has many challenges, but we now have Coast Guard cadets who are out there helping in terms of the school system, out there helping in terms of cleanups and environmental efforts in the city, providing entertainment with the great Coast Guard band at different local events throughout the city. And again, we are very proud of the fact that they are a very involved neighbor in the city of New London and southeastern Connecticut. And lastly, I would just say that U.S. News and World Report, with its annual college survey, demonstrated the success of the Coast Guard Academy with its ranking of the Coast Guard Academy in the top 10 as far as small four-year colleges. And any effort to widen the circle of young people, some may be listening here in the chamber today, to learn about the Coast Guard Academy. It's free, but it's also the highest of quality in terms of the educational program that it provides. And as I said earlier, it provides great leadership in terms of a critical homeland security function that we need at so many different levels. So again, I want to thank Chairman Cummings, Mr. Duncan, for their support for this measure. Again, I think it's an academy that really deserves a bit of a spotlight here today in terms of the great work it's doing, and I urge all members to support this measure.
Expired.